Would you like to be a guest on our podcast, Linking to the Afterlife? I will link you to a loved one in the world of spirit or one of your past lives. This is a free reading, and we are scheduling right now. Send us an email, linkingpodcast@gmail.com, and I will send you all the information. Thank you. Hi, this is Donna, psychic medium and direct messenger for spirit. If this is your first episode, welcome. I invite you to listen to previous episodes where I link my guest with their loved one in the world of spirit. What started as one thing is morphing into so much more, not just for my guest, but for all of us. Thank you for listening. Letting go of everything we brought before this moment. And just softening from the head to the toes. And would you state for me your first name?
Christine.
Thank you, Christine. You can open your eyes now. And now state the name of the loved one that you'd like to connect with. Just the first name is good.
Julie.
Julie was busy, wasn't she? A busy woman. I feel like I had a lot to do. Things maybe weren't going fast enough for me. I feel like I wanted to do more than I had, but there was a lot going on for Julie. Would that make sense to you?
Yes.
I also see her in my head. The image of her is looking down. Someone who is very focused on her work and may not have been present as much for people around her. Would that make sense to you?
Maybe.
All right, let me explain that a little bit more. When I see her looking down, a major part of her focus was on whatever she was doing. She was focused on this. I need to do this. I need to do this, which maybe wouldn't have made her present to do maybe fun things or relaxing things or with her other friends or family, I'll say again. Would that make sense? More sense?
Yes.
No good, bad, right, or wrong. Just we're stating who she was, so we know we have her. This woman is not elderly. Would that be correct?
Correct.
I see mid-range. I don't know. She could be 50s. If she's 50, she looks really good for her age. Does that make sense?
No.
So was she younger than 50?
Yes.
So that's what I'll say again. Mid-range would be 40s. And when I say in good shape, I'm going to say in good shape. It's only because she was focused so much on so many things, it kept her maybe from not eating enough, or the stress of her life kept her, I don't know, I want to say thinner. Did she have challenges with weight? Would that make sense?
Yes.
So was she thinner? Would that make sense?
She was thin. She was bigger. She fluctuated a lot.
Got it. So that would make sense because of who she was, the type of person, her personality. She didn't have a lot of time. It was that I keep doing this with my hands, this up and down with her. So that makes sense. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So I felt like I had a drink there. Usually I don't drink during a reading, I wait. But, dehydration was an issue that she had. So not really taking care of herself. That still makes sense. Yes.
Yes.
I feel whatever her challenge was physically was a good chunk of her life. Wasn't just, we'll say, the last month or so. Yes.
Right. Yes.
And although those were all, we'll say, reasons that caused her crossing, there was something else that happened, that was an event that happened that caused her to pass away. Would that make sense?
Yes.
So it was sudden. She was feeling worse as the days went on toward the day of her crossing, but she didn't say a lot. Would that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So here's the context of what we just edited out. I was reading Christine and her friend. I said friend, but I just feel a very closeness. I don't know what she is yet. Okay. Let me just go from there. Someone came into Christine's room and I told her at the beginning of the reading, don't worry about it. We can edit out if anything happens. And all of a sudden, someone came in. I didn't see who it was. And Christine was dealing with them. And I heard Christine say, I didn't know you guys were coming. I don't know if it was this early. I didn't know you guys were going to be here. And I said, don't worry about it. And Christine shuffled these two children, as I saw now through the camera, these two children into another room. And as she came back, say it again, Christine, what you just said.
It was my sister's children, the one that we were just talking about.
And you did not know they were arriving?
I did not know.
So did not know they were coming today at all, or just this time?
At this time, they were supposed to come like around 1:00.
And it's 11 o'clock, just saying.
Yes, yes.
So here's how spirit works. Christine, I'm sure you know this, but I'll elaborate a little bit for those who are listening now. I've got deep chills right now through my legs, and now they're moving up through my body, myself.
Bumps throughout my arms.
Yep, I feel it. And it just continues. The more I smile, the more she's continuing because she's agreeing with what I'm about to say, but I haven't said it yet. Your sister knew exactly that this was going to happen. Set it up at the time, allowed those children her kids to get there at this time so that she can be that close to them and you. And to help you all understand that this is the way it works. Everything is meant to happen in the order that it happens. She's telling me she has no regrets. The only thing she may regret is I couldn't hug everybody as much as I wanted to. I don't know if that means because of her frailty or because she didn't want to feel that. She didn't want to feel that closeness. She didn't want to miss that when she was gone. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yes. So tell me don't worry, take a breath, do what you need, take your time. Which of those was it? Did she just couldn't do it because she was frail, the hugging?
She wasn't frail. I remember about a week before she passed, she came in my house and she was bloated and I hugged her and I said, Julie, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. But I started crying and I felt like she wasn't okay, but I felt it. I just knew she wasn't okay. And I wish that like I could have got to say goodbye to her. I wish I could have gave her another hug. She just died out of nowhere. Like I couldn't say goodbye. I couldn't say I love you. I couldn't give her a hug. I couldn't say I'll take care of your kids.
So with that interpretation that I just got, she's saying it's 11:11 right now. First of all, I just looked at my clock and that I'll always be hugging you. I mean, remember, we both felt it when the kids came in. She'll always be hugging you, but she understands what you just said. She understands that you wished you could have gotten one more in. She's saying, I'm always there hugging you, though. You know it now when those goosebumps go all up and down your body, that's where I'll be. And when you hug my children, I'm right in there with you. I'm always right in there with you. Anyone here is listening to past recordings. I am not a medical doctor, and neither is spirit, but spirit does tend to bring through medical things. Her body could not continue. You understand that?
I understand that.
Her body, because of so many things, and now we'll just add on dehydration, her organs done, everything done, which would have caused that quick crossing. You understand that now?
Yeah.
She says she pushed the kids. Now I wonder, I'm asking her, did you push them to come this early today? Like, did you have to push them to go. I don't know where they were prior to this, but ask them later, why did you come earlier? And was someone pushing them to come earlier? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
She pushed them. So either they got the nudge or someone that they were with prior to you at this moment got the nudge to say, go, go, go. She's saying there aren't enough thank yous in the world for what you're about to do. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
There are not enough thank yous in the world, but there is certainly love that I have for you for what you are about to do. I can only gather it's because of the children and what are you going to do going forward. She says, this is the easy part. Believe it or not, this is the easy part. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Christine just put her hand on her forehead. Yeah, this is the easy part because now everybody's just kind of processing their own. Do you understand?
Yes.
She's telling me going forward, everyone will process together and everyone, as they share their own stories, will be comforted by the continuing stories of the others that they're talking to. Do you understand?
Yes.
I see it in this beautiful, like everybody's sitting at the table when this time comes to share their story in what they remember. And then someone else says, I remember that. And here's what happened after that. And they're like, oh, continuing story.
Right.
It's going to be a beautiful moment. But again, she said, right now, everyone's experiencing their own.
Right.
I'm resisting the need to say their own what, because she's saying, I don't want you to define it. I don't want you or anyone, she's talking to me. She says, I don't want you, Donna, or anyone out there to define what you need to process. I don't want my children to be told they have to process their grief. I don't want that word. I want someone to say, process. This is a process.
Right.
It doesn't have to be labeled as anything.
Okay.
I love those words as a medium and someone who obviously speaks to a lot of us that are grieving. I love that she's saying, you don't have to use that word.
Right.
It's a process. It's a process of life and the continuing process of life.
Right.
That really, all that those children and anyone else, anything they need to do from this point forward is part of their life.
Okay.
It's a very interesting way to look at it, is it not?
I didn't look at it like that. I was kind of forcing. I was telling my mom, I was like, these children need to grieve. They need to let their anger out. They have to let this all out because it's all building up. And my mom says, Christine, it's a process.
Goosebumps.
And it's a process. We're all going through different things. We're all experiencing different things. You went through yours, Amy's going through hers, I'm going through mine. It will all work out the way it's supposed to. When my sister first passed, I had like a little mental breakdown. I was accusing people of things. I was off the chain. And my mom and everybody, thought I was out of my mind. But I realized that that's how I was processing it because I was just talking to her. And then all of a sudden, my mom comes to my house and tells me she's gone. I didn't have the coping skills. I didn't know how to deal with it.
Mm.
I think I went through it really bad and I quit my job and everything.
Wow.
My main focus was these kids, but my mom has custody of the kids and they're in good hands and everything. But sometimes I get mad at myself, but then I'm like, no, I'm not going to get mad at myself for quitting my job. Maybe I had to quit my job. Maybe I had to let this run its course and be okay. mentally, physically, like just get myself together.
Absolutely. Take a deep breath. You saw my face as you were telling the story about what your mother was saying. Your sister was there during that conversation. She just reiterated everything your mother told you that day. And my mouth was open. My jaw was just, ah,
Right.
that's great. I process so much myself as a medium as I see this beautiful soul that has come here for this connection. And I love that we don't have to use that word with her. Now, I don't know how other people are going to take this, but I see the light in your eyes as I said for your sister to not use that word. I saw something in you release, shoulders drop, eyes lighten.
Right.
Beautiful message from your sister. And she was a good friend, wasn't she? She was close.
She was a very good friend to her friends, and she was too good.
Yeah.
Too good.
She's telling me the struggle, because remember when I first saw her hunched over, so focused on her own, she's telling me there was such a struggle trying to get out of myself and out of what I not needed to do, but only thing I could do being me. No good, bad, right, or wrong. It was tough for me to get out of that mode because it was like an obsession with her. Whatever she was doing that was a detriment to her health was an obsession. Like, you understand that.
Yes.
And it was hard for her to get out of that in order to acknowledge, I'm seeing people around her to acknowledge even anyone else. Is that ringing true?
What happened was she was diabetic since the age of 7, and she had a kidney pancreas transplant, and she did good for about 2 years. Then the kid's dad passed away.
Oh, gosh.
When the kid's dad passed away, she just didn't know how to cope. She was lost, and she was just looking for love in all the wrong places. So she focused all her attention on this one guy that just used and abused her, and she wasn't taking care of herself. She just wanted him. All that mattered was just him. We would sit there and say, Julie, you have to take care of yourself. Julie, you have to worry about your kids. You have to worry about this. You have to, don't worry about him. If he cared about you, he would be here. You're making yourself sick while he's out doing whatever, and it's not okay. But she didn't want to hear it. She just, you know what I mean?
Right. Such loss. I am so sorry for all of that loss, for the children
Mm-hmm.
and for her. So yeah, that makes sense. But you see her saying this, right? She's telling me and telling you the obsession that she had. I use the word obsession. That's not part of her existence right now. You understand that.
Right.
This information from her is to let you know that she understands now. She did the life review. She's working with everyone in the world of spirit, the afterlife, to help her even more move on. Christine, can you tell me, has it been not that long? We'll say a year?
January.
It will be a year in January.
Yes.
So she's saying, I can't tell you not to worry because you're going to worry, but I don't want you to worry about me. Can you take that worry off your plate? She just wants you to say yes or no. Can you take that worry off your plate?
But I can't take the worry off the kids.
That's not what she's asking.
Okay.
She wants you to not worry about her. And when you don't worry about her, you also understand the her in the physical world as well as the spiritual world. So hang in there.
Okay.
When you stop the worry about what happened to her in the physical world,
Yeah.
and where she went and what she did and how the children, blah, 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 You won't worry about the children because the children are on their path. The children chose this relationship, you as an aunt, her as a mother, and all of those involved in their lives right now in order for them to grow as soul beings.
Right. No, it makes sense now because she used to say, Christine, stop worrying about me. Worry about your own life. Worry about your own things. Don't worry about me.
Mm.
But as her older sister, I worry about everybody, everything.
Yeah. So now she has the opportunity to be the wiser, the more knowing, because now she is the soul. She truly is and has no longer of the physical form. So you as her sister, yes, let go of the physical form. Let go of who she was. This is who she is. And now she takes great pride and great enjoyment out of telling you what to do. Do you have, Christine, some sort of either a tarot deck or crystals? Is there something that you know, like I do the word of the day every day from my spirit dictionary? Do you have something that you do, yes or no?
Yes.
She's saying when you do that, she will be coming to you. You will be working with her. Her messages now will be coming through. I don't want you to tell me yet, but I want to know. Whatever you do, her messages now will be coming through. Because me, when I use my spirit dictionary, I feel spirit. Sometimes I feel one spirit more than the other, but because it's a very quick reading for me, it's usually 60 seconds, I just feel spirit.
Right.
You, however, will be feeling her. Do you understand?
Yes.
Tell me what it is you work with.
2 things of index cards. And I just wrote random things that just came to me. I was talking to her and I said, just give me some words. And I wrote them all on index cards and I shuffled them and I was playing with them. And I was like, give me some messages and just playing with it. And I got candle, like I got certain like little pieces of little things because I just wanted to know if she was okay. And it came out like that she was with Poppy and that she was okay. And then I don't know if I should do this. Is this real or not real? Then I did the pendulum. I was like, yes or no, Joel, like, come on. And then she would be yes. And then I had the kids do it with me and they were like, this is so cool that we're getting these answers. Because I felt like she was there and I felt like she was guiding me to write those words because I didn't think it was me because I wouldn't come up with these random words sometimes. I played with it for a little while and then I put it away and then I haven't touched them since.
She just confirmed it.
Okay.
She said, cards, she said, you are working with me. She said, you will be working with me. I just interpreted that.
Okay.
What was her? So you can continue that. Definitely continue anything that you want to do. She will be right there.
Okay.
She loves that. Oh, beautiful confirmation. What a wise one. What a wise one your sister is.
Wow. And I got goosebumps again.
Yeah, so did I. Although I see her by herself right now with her guides. Most of the work she's doing right now is with her own guides. That's very typical because it's only been a year, not even a year. It's very typical for her to learn so much and want to learn so much and want to do it at great speed. But she's saying, I'm taking my time. I want to take my time. I want to truly absorb this afterlife. I feel like she hasn't been here many times. She would be more of a younger soul. She hasn't done the incarnating back again and again and again. I feel she had so much on her plate this lifetime. And that would confirm to me this was a earlier, a more young soul. Does that make sense to you?
Definitely.
Okay, great. For most of the reading, she's been sitting here with me, talking to me. At this moment, though, she turned to what I would perceive as the light, and she opened her arms wide, and everything about her lit up. She is truly doing the work that she needs for her soul right now and has let go of the physical. And she asks you once again, please, Christine, let go of the physical, let go of who I was as a physical being, and continue to communicate with me now as the soul that I truly am.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Donna. It was an amazing reading. I loved it. I got so much closure.
I'd like to thank my guest today for allowing all of us to join in on their process, their journey. And I'd like to thank you for not only listening, but coming together in a oneness vibration. Thanks again.